Hello, thank you for joining RasPipKr tutorials. I'm Martin Parker, and in this video I'm going to be continuing with my home heating security control. And in the last video, it wasn't until I actually finished editing and put it online and checked it that I noticed that the buttons that I created off camera for the last bit of video, I didn't put the border around them, so the actual size of the buttons was making the GUI look slightly different. So I'm just finishing off doing my my buttons, so I'm just going to show you how easy it is. So I'm just bringing in my zone 3 button. So as you can see, the size is 220 and the button size should be 230 with that border. So what you need to do is go to Image, Canvas Size, and then increase that to 230 width and 230 in height. Click on Resize. Click on Resize. I must have missed it. And as you can see, it's out of position, so I need to click the alignment tool as it were already on it. Click on the actual thing to highlight the actual button, and then click left and right, and then up and down, and it's put it into the middle. And now, because it's a created image already, I can click on overwrite Z3 trigger button.png. As you can see, it just goes through down here. That one's done. Just do my last one, and then I'll get on with doing some more coding. So like before, image, canvas size, 230, enter, resize. It's already on the highlighting alignment tool, left and right, up and down, done. Overwrite, super duper, all done. And I do not need to save the changes because I've already saved the item. So done with GIMP now. Right, so let us bring up our GUI, and then we can see that the layout doesn't change because of the buttons now. To the security, so keep an eye on these edgings. So if I trigger the GPIO on zone 1, there you go, it's not shifting around now, whereas it was previously. I'll just go through the other ones. Super duper. Right, so at the end of the last video I said I was going to sort this out so that when you went into this, that's because it's dropped out of the actual out of the security menu. It's gone back to the timer, so that is something I'm going to have to look at as well. But for this video I'm going to sort this out so that when you go into the security menu, if a light has been, or a zone has been triggered, it's going to be orange when you go into it rather than it being auto, and then the next time it triggers then it comes on. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. So let's get rid of that. Right, so in the PIR threads I'm going to put a little check into there, and then when we go to the security menu I'm going to check the state of if it's been triggered. Okay, so if we are in the security menu it'll do that. If not, will that cause me a problem? I didn't think this should cause a problem. If that's there and that's being triggered, then I should but that's if the security menu is true. So if you actually are in the menu, so I need to do it above the if statement. So so we'll call this, have we got a Z1 trig? This is PIR2, not Z1, zone 1. But yes, we do have a Z2 or a Z1 or Z3 or Z4 trig, because that is our image file in our settings that we've did in the last video. So let's call it something else. So as we're on this PIR2, we'll call it Z1 pre-trig. So we'll call it that. And that will become true. So what I want to do is after it's been triggered, I want to put it back to being false. So if it's in the security menu, then it will change the state. We need to have a or could we just do it as an elif, because we're already getting that statement in there. Yeah, so we don't have to worry about that, but we just trigger the timer. Good idea, Martin. Let's do that. So this is what happens when you're coding as you're going along. I don't have any set scripts or any code already done. I'm just doing it as I go along, really. So this is going to be an elif. So if it's so I'll need to change that, because it won't, otherwise it'll do that and it'll do this as well. Well, we do want to keep it as else. Yeah. So if you're in the security menu and you're not in the security menu, we'll try it out. We'll give it a shot. It's all about learning, and that's the best way to learn, is by actually doing. And if you make a mistake, you will figure out how you can get around it. So elif, so if if it's that, then we do that. If it's not that, it's going to skip that. So why don't we have this as just an if? Surely it's going to do it anyhow. That's because the security menu was already on though. So if that's that, then do that. I've closed it off now, haven't I? I didn't really look at it. I presumed it was because of that. I tell you what, let's just run it again and just see what the fault that we get. So I'm just going to go into the security menu. I'm going to wait a few seconds, and then I'll trigger zone 1, because that was set for 20 seconds. So that must have been more than 10 seconds by now, so I'm just going to trigger. Wrong one. There we go. Never mind. There. So it's gone off. So that wasn't the issue that it had, but it's tried to disengage the relay. So thread 3 and thread 4. So that one, thread 3, I believe will be the zone. Thread 3. Well, it depends in the actual order of how it starts. So thread 1, thread 2 are the temperature sensors. So thread 3 will be PIR 4, even though I triggered that one second. But that one's 5 seconds quicker, is PIR 2. So yeah, so that is zone 2, that's zone 1. So the problem here is that the button isn't assigned anymore, so that's why. So if there's if you take it out of the menu, I'm going to have to put a try or I could have that as an elif. No, I think I'm going to have that in as a try, so else do that. But where is it in regards to the trigger? What line did it say a line number? 81. So let's just have a quick look at which exact line it was that was causing the problem. So this one here, so that will have been the problem for the other one, I presume. Line 100. Yep, zone 2, zone 1. Yes. So because the timer has run out, it's then trying to set the image and update the button, but the button isn't there, and that's why we're getting that fault. So the try needs to go into this section here. So let's put the try there, because that basically sec menu for the security menu, that goes true when you are in the menu, and then it will obviously do its thing by changing it to the new button status, and then I'm not going to worry about the issue, so I'm just going to put a pass on that, so it won't give us that issue. So I'll have to do that on the other ones as well. Whoops. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about them problems at all, so it won't give us that warning mistake effigy thing. That's a quick and easy way out of done it again. How to get yourself out of a pickle. Right, so that shouldn't give us that error now, so let us just try that. So that's the problem that we had previously, so fingers crossed we won't get that problem now. It's had a good few seconds. Let's trigger zone 1, hopefully we'll get the right one this time. Done. Go back to the screensaver. let it time out to go back to there we go, and see if that time the relay clicks off. It has. Awesome. So there we go, we've got rid of that fault. Right, so now we want it to actually trigger whilst we're not actually in the security menu. So it's triggered on now. So I'm just going to wait. In fact, rather than waiting 20 seconds, let's trigger zone 4 because that's only 5 seconds. That's gone out. Awesome. So they are actually working, but what I want to sort out is so that I've just triggered zone 1. If I go into security menu, that needs to be checking if the zone has been triggered, and then it will do that as the orange triggered picture button. Sorry, just stop that because that's going to throw a fault because I haven't sorted them initial threadings out. Right, so in our threads we need to put so that is cool, and that puts it back to normal. So in here we need to set a variable to true so that it checks in the security menu for if it's in its triggered state. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll set it true there, and we'll set it to false after, and then it should update the picture. If it doesn't, then we'll have to just set it as we are here. Right, so what were we going to call it? Z1 pre-trigger? We'll go with that. So Z1 pre, so basically it's before the security menu. Trig equals true. Okay, so that's now set. So we'll have to set that beforehand, so it's in a off state. So we'll just cheekily copy that, and we will put that there, or there, or there. Yeah, we'll go there. Put it in there, and we'll change that to false. So it's always in a false state. And then it's got that timer, and then if it's been triggered it will then go to true, so we don't have to put it as false because it's going to go back to that point there because of the while loop. So in here we've got that there. We're going to have it in these other ones, so we'll do exactly the same. So I'll paste that there and change that to P2. Put that into there, not P2, Z2. Go down in there, change that to Z3 for zone 3, and then in the else, paste that in and put Z3, and last one, zone 4, paste that in, change it to zone 4. And then down here, and then for the last time, zone 4. Right, so in our security menu we are now going to check the state of all of these, and we'll have to do it before we do the zone buttons image. So so there's zone 1, zone 3, so I'll just move it so they're all in view. So here, so that is normal state. So if the best way to check this would be to do an if statement to make sure that it is the the zone 1 is default first of all, and then we will check if that is in the trigger being a true state. So here we'll put if this is zone 1, so this is zone 1 pre-trig. We weren't doing that yet, were we? We're going to do the Z1 default equals 1, and so it's checking the state of the no. Yeah, let's just put it in there for now. So if it's that state, it's that, and then we'll do the test now. Otherwise, we'll end up having multiple options. Oh, mind you, we could just do it that way, couldn't we? So that could be as an else, then go for that. Yeah, let's put that there, else. If only I could spell. It's only 4 letters. Else, do that. Right, so if that is that, we need to we could actually have it as a yeah, if that equals that, rather than doing it as another if statement, we could have the and. Can't even spell and now. That's I'm doing well. Z1 pre-trig equals true. Then we'll do something. If L if Z1 default equals the 1, and Z1 pre-trig equals false. Okay, so we've got our options there. So if it's the auto mode and it is that, then we want to set the button. So I'm just going to copy that line. I'm going to put that into here, paste that there, and I'm going to paste that into there. So here I want to set the Z1 trig, because we've already, nope, not that one, it wants to be this one, won't it? So that'll be there. So that's when it's, so pre-trigger means it's not in the, that means it's not in the, yeah, so that wants to be pre-trig, so that will do that file from the previous, and then this one wants to be the zone default, yes, because pre-trig is, as we've put up here, only goes, where are you, there, only goes to true when it's not in the security menu. So that's why we're declaring that there, and then when we go into security menu, that will be true, and then it will actually put that picture as that one, the zone 1 trigger, as in the orange one basically. So that's that. So we need to do the same for yep, so I'm just going to copy all of this. No, I'm going to copy all of this and put it above the Z3. So I'm just gonna there we go. Paste that there, and then that line I want to shift over. So all of these ones want to be 3s. So we're dealing with the correct one. That wants to be zone 3 trig. That one. That one. And that one's correct because we haven't touched that, we only shifted it over. That's correct with that. That's that, done. Awesome. So that's that one. Oops. We need to do our button 2. So paste that in there. Move that line over so it's in that else statement, and this one wants to be our zone 2. Done. Paste that. Shift that over. And this one wants to be 4. So I'm just going to change all these 1s to 4s. Come on. Hey, what's that? Zone 1 trace image. Have I messed something up before? Done something here? I do believe I have. Yeah, how's that done that? Did I write that in? So that wants to be zone 1 image. That wants to be yeah, how have I managed to do that? That's weird. I'm gonna have to go through all them ones now. Oh dear. Z1, 3, 2. Well, at least I spotted it, didn't I? Get rid of that. That wants to be that. So it's only them. There's only 2 that I need to delete in each one. And this one. If you caught that, leave me a comment. It's nice to see some feedback, and I haven't changed the 4, did I? Dong. So I believe that should all be correct. Let's give it a shot. Let's run that. Fingers crossed. Unless I missed something. That was just the relays triggering off. So let's get these all on. So we'll do the longest first. There's relay 1, 2, 3 and 4 triggered. So I've got 5 seconds before. Nope. Z1 pre-trig is not defined. We have to put it in as a global. Oh dear. What am I like? Yeah, we'll have to call it as a global, so it's going to work in the other function. So global z1 pre trig. Hey, it's always fun, isn't it? That was me screensaver kicking in, shifting my mouse. Global z2 pre trig. Global z free pre trig, and last one global z4 pre trig, and it should be good to go, he says. Right, let's trigger our little digits, zones again. So here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 3, and 4. There we go. Right, let's get in. Quick. Yay! Awesome. Right. Oh, one of them's gone out, and it's not gone back. Oh no! So, what we need to do is go back to our here. So after that, we need to put it back to the that mode. So that means we may have to do that try and accept again, because if it's pre-trigger, then if you come out of that menu, it might give you a fault. So let's just stick it in. So copy that, and in here drop it down. Yep, I'm happy there. Stick it in. Sorted. And because this has 2's on it, let's copy all that and put that in, otherwise we'll end up having to change all them 1's to 2's. Do the same here. Whoops, missing out. And down here, and the last one. Sorted. Right, let's trigger zone 4. 1, 2, sorry, 1, 2, 3, and that one was 4. Let's get in there quick. That should go to red. Yes. Yes. There we go. Right, so that is it for this video. Awesome. It's coming along nicely. Yes, I've made mistakes along the way, and videos sometimes go on a little bit longer, but I'm not doing it from a script. I've got no pre-code already done. It is as it is. I'm just doing it off the back of my head. And why hasn't that gone back? What? Oh, I did say this were done, but yep. I've not done something, I guess. I thought that went back to orange. Did it not? So let's check our security menu. Where's the menu? Let's check our zone 1. So that is it does go back to being false, or it should do. Zone 1 pre-trig, false. Well, the other ones are alright. Let's run it again. Let's check. Just when you think you've finished your video and you're all excited and stuff, and something throws a wobbler on you. Right, so I've triggered all my zones. Let's get in there before the zone 4 go back to red. Super. That'll go back to red. Super. He's going to go to red in the 2, 1. He's going to go to red in... Yeah, so he did go back to red, just like I thought he did previously. If I come out, go back in, and why are you red? Oh my goodness, what is going on? Hey dear. Hang on a minute. They're in the orange state. No! So that was right. It's these that are... Seriously? What? Did you hear that? Oh, my mind exploding. Right, so... is it because we've got us global there and it's triggering the declare in the loop? Let's give that a shot, just in case it is because of that. Let's try. Mind you, zone 1 were working alright. It were these other ones that weren't. For the sake of it, let's just yeah, let's stick them in. Right, we'll do 2 of them and we'll give that a try. If 2 of them work good, we'll change the other 2 zones. Right, so trigger zone 1, zone 2, zone 3 and 4. Super duper, let's get in there. You're going to go to red. You're going to go to red. Da-da! You're going to go to red. Ta-da! You're going to go to red. Ding! Right, let's go out, go back in. That's so annoying. Just when you thought the video was done, and we've already been recording for 37 minutes. Oh my goodness. Right, so that one's behaving. These 3 pesky zones are not. Let's have a look and see what's going on. Surely it's something to do because we're going back into the security menu where the fault is, not the actual threads. So down here we've got zone 1, checking. Zone 1. Zone 3. This is zone 3. That is all zone 3. So that should be the default. That should be that. Well, that should be doing as it's told. Now I did have a weird fault and it cost me over 10 minutes of recording time in my previous video, which was really annoying. Where I had something in the script and basically I deleted it and I entered it back in exactly the same and it worked perfectly fine. So for this I'm just going to try the same scenario. So I'm going to actually close the shell and bring up a new shell and see if we get the same fault, because it was very strange and it wasted time on my video. Right, trigger, and trigger. Let's get in there. You're going to go red. You're going to go red. You're going to go red. And don't blush, but you're going to go red. Awesome. They're all red. Fingers crossed. Let's go back in. Oh dear. So it can't be a script sorry, a Python issue. It must be something to do with me. Dear. Right, so let's have a look. So that's checking if it's zone 3, zone 2, zone 4. So what is different to the other zones? All of these should be the correct state, and that is for that. So if that is that, or is it that we need to have our if statement? If that is that, then well, if that's the case, then why is zone 1 working perfectly fine? That one's working, all the other ones are exactly the same, but obviously their own images. Oh, sorry. I was just thinking if I should have the if statement as that, and then on the next line down doing that if it's true, do that, rather than having this as an if statement, elif statement. Sorry. Well, we know zone 1. Well, that's zone 3. We know zone 1 is working fine. We know zone 2, 3 and 4 are acting up, so let us just try that. So I'm just going to put that, comment that out. Oops, I need to put my colon. So if that equals that, and then we'll put, so we're not totally getting rid of this code, we can just get rid of the little bits basically. So we've got that checking if that, so we'll say if z3 pre trig, so if it's true, wow, so if that's true, do that, and then what we'll do is we'll just drop that down and then put else, and well, we could have just put that there and just put that there, and that just needs to shift over. So that is checking if it is the auto mode, if that's the case. If that is true, so we are in, if it's triggered out of the mode, as in we're not in the security menu, so it will do that and put that as orange when we go into the security menu, and else we'll put it as the default, and if Z3 default is either 0 or 1, it will set the button as accordingly. So let's run that and see if we get the same issue, or if zone 3 works perfectly fine. So we'll trigger all our zones and go into it. You're going to go red, you're going to go red, and you're going to go red, ding, and you're going to go red. I'm crossing my fingers, my toes, my legs and everything, and it's still doing the same. Oh dear. What we should do is, just to test, let's see what Z3 default is and the state of pre-trigger. So if that is that, then we are going to, first of all, we're going to print well, we'll just print that Z3 default is Z3 default. Okay, so we're going to print that out, and just to see if we are going into this, we're just going to put the same sort of statement in here. So if this is the Z3 pre-trig, and then we'll put Z3 pre-trig. So this is our way of checking for errors. So else print, we can have that line there, basically. Copy that, paste, run that, and see what we get out in our shell. Right, so let's trigger our zones, then go in. So we've got our states, so it was in the auto mode when we come in, and we triggered our the pre-trigger is because we've gone into our security menu after, so all of them have gone red. So we'll go out, and then we should get these print out again, hopefully with a different state. So we got our correct, that it should be in the auto mode, so that should be red, just like zone 1 is, but we've also got this issue here because it's still showing as true, which is rather strange. So we need to check our threads, and we didn't put the global, we only did the first 2, so I'm just going to cut that out and paste that into there just to see if that was the issue, and just do that same run again. So trigger all our zones and get into it before it comes off. So we've got the same state there as we did there, just waiting for this to go off. So I'm just going to click on that window, go back, and then go back in and see, yeah, we've still got the same issue. So basically the issue is with our in here. So what we need to do is put our false, why do I have it as true? I thought I'd put that as a false. It only goes true when you get, is that the mistake I've done? Yeah, unbelievable. Well, that is, well, if you did spot that silly thing that I did, I do apologise for slightly wasting your time, but yes, I am the clown, and I do apologise for not spotting that sooner, so that needs to be false. Unbelievable. The silly mistakes you make, Martin. And you need to be false. So that's that one, and that one's already in that part, so that just needs to change to false. Ta-da! If I'd have gone into that menu before I then triggered them, I would have noticed that these were, well, they will have been orange, because I was setting them to true beforehand. That is my mistake. but I would have caught that fact there and then, but that's the way it is, I'm afraid. So let's run that and everything is gonna be alright. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, Zone 4. Let's go in. I promise to never sing again, I hope. And there we go. Boom. Go back in. Ta-da! Right, so as we changed our code just to see if it was something in the security menu, I am going to take out these little smidgeny bits that I did previously and all these print statements, but at least it proved and tested how we were checking. So we need to get rid of that. That wants to go to there, and that wants to go to that, and that wants to disappear, and that should be it. Hallelujah. Oh, that wants to be back over here actually, I've done it. And that wants to go because I'm not using that. And I believe that should be right. So we've got our if, elif and else. Super. Let's just double check, because you know what I'm like, we shouldn't have anything printing out. Let's just trigger. Oh no. No! Oh, I've missed it. Never mind. It's about when you go back into it anyhow, so don't worry. Ta-da! Yep, everything's cool. Hallelujah. I'm out of here. So thanks for watching. Persevering with me. I hope you're liking this this playlist. Please leave me a comment if you're enjoying it or not, or even my mistakes, or laughing your head off at me. I hardly say it, but please subscribe, share and like my videos if you do like them. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.